It look better on the phone up here than it do on a live. What's good with it? Henry Jr.?
Hi, y'all. Security.
Security. What's good with it? All right, let's get it popping.
All right, so it's episode 22. Oh, shoot. Okay, so it's episode 22. Apologize for no episode last week with the time of our shows coming on at a different time. We just didn't do it last week because we had to adjust. So tonight we're going to be talking about change. Not change like in your pocket, but like change in your life.
Yeah. I say it got brighter. Yeah, okay, so just the whole thing in a nutshell. Okay, so this is how we're gonna start off. We're gonna talk about the paranoia that comes with just the thought of change. Like not even actually changing, just the whole thought of just the change to take place. We're gonna talk about the paranoia. First we're gonna talk about the uneasy feeling that comes with it.
Like change that you know is gonna come.
Yeah.
Big changes. Like if you're gonna do we want to elaborate on that? Or are you gonna give them the outline?
No, we will talk about that first.
Okay. So like for instance, like if you're gonna go back to school, or if you're gonna have a new, if you're gonna get married, that's a huge change. A lot of people don't think that's a change, but there is a change. Even if you've been together for years, when you become married, things change. It's supposed to change. Going back to school, having kids, buying a house.
Yeah.
Deciding to buy a house. And because what happens is that with I don't know how much I want to say on that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so a little example of that. So we was living in the Xbox, that's Xenia, on South King Street, and it was like we were able to get this house we in now before it was even available to anybody else. So me being, this was what, 12, 8?
This was back in 2004.
Yeah, so this was like 13 years ago.
Because my grandpa died in 2004, and my mom inherited this house from my grandpa. But when she inherited this house, we were currently living in another house that now my sister lives in East Dayton. So we were living there. My mom and I were living there. And then my grandpa died, and then she inherited this house. So then we had two houses. So then I'll let him explain.
Okay, so anywho.
Well, you gotta know the whole story.
you ain't gotta know the whole story. Yeah, you do. Okay, a little bit. Anyway, see, we getting off the beaten path. See, that's what we supposed to do. We get off the beaten path because we off pause over here. So we actually had a chance to get this house, and it could have been ours. Like, it'd have been nobody here but us, but we'll explain that in a different story. But yeah, so, and I was all going through the motions of, oh, I don't want to leave Xenia. Oh, I know everybody down here. I'm not going to be around any of my friends and all that. So I was like, I didn't want to change nothing. Like, I really didn't want to force that change. Like, no, I'll leave when I'm ready. And then, see, this is how the universe works for us. This is how Yahweh, or higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call it. This is how it works for us. We end up moving here anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Because the people we were staying with, I ain't going to say no names or none of that because the names have been changed to protect the innocent. But they was in foreclosure and they didn't tell us. So it came down to the point where we had to move. Like, and then we moved to an apartment. Yeah, we moved to an apartment in Van Buren. And then we ended up here anyway. So if I would have just, at that time, if I would have just accepted the change and be like, okay, let's do it, I would have been here anyway. But you know what I mean? We ended up here anyway. So that was the paranoia I dealt. And I understand that now. That was just a feeling. Because regardless of my feelings, I still ended up here anyway. Hi. I still ended up here anyway. She over here staring at me like she just staring at me. Ain't gonna say nothing, but just staring. What? What?
She trying to jump out my arm.
You about to bust somebody up? You ain't gonna do nothing. Hi.
For all of y'all that haven't saw the video of her, she has rolled over, so she is becoming mobile. That's the first step of mobility. The first step of mobility is holding her head up. She's been holding her head up for about a month now. Now she's mobile, rolling over.
Roll over, roll over.
All right, so
Yeah.
So dealing with the paranoia is part of change. Now we're talking about changing your thought process. That's hard. Especially if, not all of your life, but majority of your life, the thought of change, not change itself, but spontaneous change, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But even in controlled change, I don't like that. I like to be in control, but I need to know everything, like everything. And
yeah,
so,
too far.
huh?
You want to jump out of it out there?
No, I'm not. I'm going back. I'm talking about this. I'm changing my thought process.
All right.
By listening to me. Let me explain.
Host, co-host.
So I had to change my thought process because since I want to be in control of everything, I tried to think of all the bad things that's going to happen. Like I naturally go to bad stuff. Well, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? And it ain't even happened yet. You know, I do that a lot. I always say that to Henry. Well, what if this happens? He'd be like, well, it hasn't happened yet. Let's deal with it when it happens. So I had to change my thought process. I had to learn that regardless of how much I want to control something, I can't control everything. It's just impossible.
Okay, so I'm changing my thought process. It didn't, man, I think, and I done said this in like a lot of the videos, man, I think that Secrets of the Millionaire Man, that was like the best thing that ever happened in my life. And next to my wife and my marriage and my kids. I think that was like the third best, fourth, fifth. Yeah, that was like the fifth best thing, sixth best thing that happened in my life. Because, you know.
And you know the funny thing about that, how that book became in our life? It was on a Facebook comment, on a comment of a comment of a comment of something I had read on Facebook. I don't remember how it got to that. Huh? Oh. I don't know how it got to that, but I had come across that book. And I want to say it was The Miracle Morning. Like, I come across Miracle Morning, and then I came across Secrets of Millionaire Minds. So if you are a reader, or if you like to listen to books, get your audio copy of it, Miracle Morning and The Secret of Millionaire Minds.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. That's why she the host and I'm the co-host. And it said that you had to start changing the way you thinking, because if you constantly think negative, then that's what's going to be in your life is negative. So this was the exercise. For 30 days, I couldn't complain about nothing. Not even thinking about a complaint. Like, for 30 whole days, you just can't complain about anything. I don't care if somebody step on your shoes, if you get mud on your shirt, you cannot complain about it, not even in your head. For 30 days, and watch how your life change, man. Your life will change, because it'll be like the negative stuff, they ain't negative no more. They just, oh, well, it happens. And more positive stuff start to happen when you stop worrying about all that negative stuff.
Queen watching her daddy.
Little lady. Yeah, you watching me, because you're going to have to do this sooner or later. Like, you're going to be having your own talk show. It's going to be How to Be a Queen. Yeah, I know, right?
So along with changing your thought process, you got to change the people you're around. You got to change your circle.
It's going to be hard.
What's the saying? Being around, you're a magnet. Or what's the magnet about the complaining?
Oh, it said when you start complaining, you become a living, breathing crap magnet. And crap moves at the speed of crap. So it's going to spread around fast, but for you to get rid of it, it's going to be real hard. So in changing your circle, I think it's more, it's also, well, not also, but to add to, it's like the people, because this the thing, I think 8 out of 10 people that you around that won't go into business with you, and those are people you grew up with, people you know, people you've been around most of your life. So in order to get to the next level, then you would have to get around some people that are on that next level. You don't just stay with the same people you with, and they don't want to move, and you don't move either. You got to go find you some people that's already where you want to be, or close to, or headed the way you want to go. You know what I mean? Because it'd be easier to carpool than drive by yourself, especially if somebody already laid the blueprint out. You can just follow their blueprint, do what they did, and go ahead and get their thing. What are you staring at me like that for? You don't know? Yeah, I know, right? Daddy just talking and talking and talking. Yeah, you like that? My fault, y'all. Look, I'm on here kicking it with her. I ain't even paying attention no more. Okay, so the thing is, so in changing your circle, you just gotta choose wisely. I mean, if you in the illegal thing, then I don't know. I'm not here for that, because if you change your circle, you might end up with a bunch of rats, and you don't want to do that. So that's a totally different ball game. But when it comes to growing and building yourself, you need to get around some people that's pretty much where you want to be. Like, you know what I mean? Because you can't take financial advice from a broke person. That just don't work. No, it don't. Like, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't listen to a person that's been divorced 4 times about relationship advice, because they really don't have any relationship advice. All they can tell you to do is how to mess it up.
Right.
Like, so you know what I mean? So and a broke person can tell you where they spent all their money, so you don't spend yours there, so you won't be broke. So I guess they got their benefits. What you think? Yeah, and you think? She said, yeah, they do, Daddy. So what you think about that? What you think, sweetie?
I think that it's hard. It's hard to grow around people that don't want to grow.
Or people that know how you originally are.
Yeah, so some people don't want to see you grow. They like you broken. They like you as broke as they are. Not broke like no money, but broken like you don't know who you are. You haven't developed who you are yet. And which none of us has really done that. Like, you should be continuously developing yourself until you die. But my thing is, I've noticed that even if I'm around, like, even if you come to people with new information, they have a way of suppressing your excitement. So that's why you gotta change your people. You don't have to stop loving them. You don't have to stop caring about them. You just ain't gotta be around them all the time.
Right. Yeah. So the thing is,
We got 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna finish this last topic. Then we're gonna finish talking about this topic. Then we're gonna go on the YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to that. If you don't, then you're gonna miss out. But we'll post it on Facebook anyway, so you really ain't gonna miss out. But anyway, to touch on that a little more with the change your circle thing, it's like one of the guys that was at a business I was trying to get into. He said that 8 out of the 10 people you closest to will not want to go into business with you. So that's also one of the aspects of changing your circle that you really got to get. It's gonna be hard, man, but you have to filter. Like, you have to filter out the people that don't benefit at least a group effort. If they not trying to convince, if they not trying to help you, at least be trying to help the group get better. You know what I mean? Because it's like I was watching the thing on BMF or whatever, like the Black Mafia family and Big Meech and all them. And Big Meech said the smartest thing to me, and it registered as soon as he said it. He said it's way better to have 10 people in the club with $10,000 than one person in the club with $40,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's better if we all get money instead of one person showing up with all the money and we all got to depend on him. So the way he said it was like, if 10 of us show up with $10,000, that's $100,000 for us. You know what I mean? And if one person show up with $40,000, that's only $40,000 for him. So you know what I mean? And if we put our money together, then start building together, we can be great around here. Yeah, so my fault. I'm running over. We're going to get on the channel. You know what it is. Yeah, so Henry Jr.
Jessica and Queen.
And Queen. We all pause over here. Oh, this happily married. And I'm getting bigger. Wait till I take a big boy up. I'm going to flex on y'all one time.
Catch us on YouTube.